Gamers, I am about to blow your mind. You are never going to believe the producer of this game. Today I am reviewing Fighting Force, but wow, the backstory to the producer of this game is wild, outrageous, disgusting. You guys are not going to believe who produced this game and where he is now. I'm going to be talking about this guy in just a couple minutes, so hang tight. I just wanted to let you guys know, like, this is crazy stuff that I discovered when researching this game, when I was playing through it and discovering who made this game, because there are some hints as to why some things are a little bit weird with Fighting Force. So today's review is indeed going to be Fighting Force. This is my childhood copy. I played it a bunch as a kid, and I went back and I replayed it as an adult. You're going to get my thoughts on Fighting Force in today's review. Now, if you are a first-time viewer, or if you just haven't yet, go ahead and hit that sub button, because I've got so many game reviews on my channel, ranging from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, all the way up to the current generation of the PS5 and the Switch. And I got game reviews of all different genres. RPGs, shooters, adventure games, I got them all. So go ahead, hit that sub button. We are about to get into Fighting Force, and your minds are about to be blown on this pervert that made this game. Let's get into it. In 1997, Core Design and Eidos teamed up to release the 3D beat-em-up Fighting Force for the PlayStation. The game featured 4 playable characters, destructible 3D environments, and tons of items to be used as weapons. Fighting Force was popular enough to become a greatest hits for the PS1, and it even spawned a sequel. But I'm warning you guys, this game is for gamers with IQs of 300 plus, so proceed with caution. And we'll get into more of that in just a little bit. But let me talk to you guys real quick about the producer of this game and what a sick fuck this guy is. So when I was researching the history behind Fighting Force, the sole producer, the only producer of this game is a guy named Ken Lockley. And for some reason, I Googled his name to see if I could find any more information on this guy, because he doesn't really have a lot of games under his belt. Well, it turns out that this guy got popped. He is in a very bad history for becoming, I believe, the first ever man that was caught by police trying to have sex with a child. And this child was 9 years old. There's a whole article on it. It's crazy. This guy got caught trying to bang kids. And honestly, when you read the manual to Fighting Force, you're going to kind of realize there were some dots that were connecting, and this guy was clearly messed up. So I just thought that was crazy that this guy that produced Fighting Force, that is a really well-known game that got a greatest hits, is in prison, or he was in prison, for trying to have sex with a 9-year-old before he got caught by the police. It's wild, and the manual is even, it's pretty wild too, so I'm gonna get into that, but I just thought you guys would wanna know the history lesson on who made this game. All right, let's get into the insane plot of Fighting Force, but be warned, spoilers are ahead. All right, gamers, before I read this manual, this is all real. I'm doing it word for word, and a lot of these phrases or words are in, they're all capitalized, and so it makes it even more bizarre, and this is really funny for the most part. It is so bad. This is such bad writing, but I can't help but just think, it's the 90s, man. I don't know what else to say. Let me read you guys what the manual says. It is a few years past the millennium, and Dr. Dex Zeng is infuriated. Dr. Dex Zeng truly believed the end of the world would come by the year 2000. Obviously, you guys will know that I am really emphasizing the words that are all capitalized. When the millennium hit us at 12:01 a.m. January 1st, 2000. Nothing happened. Filled with outrage intensified by those who surround him, he is prepared to fix the apocalypse, to force it, to correct the malfunction. And the scary part is, he is one of the very few who can make it happen. Dr. Zeng now believes that it is his job to, at any cost, end the world. I am sorry that you guys had to suffer through that terrible reading, but that manual and the story is just so stupid that I had to share it with you guys. So I hope that you may have gotten a chuckle out of just hearing how stupid the story is. But I'm not quite done yet. Let me read you the character bios, and this may connect the dots into why the producer of this game was trying to have sex with children. Mace Daniels. She's a private investigator who is one hot woman with a taste for blood as well as desire. She's the one who teases and taunts you just before she takes you out. Mace is beautiful. She's not brash or loud or annoying. She would purr to her assailant rather than say, "Hey, punk." Mace is a woman aware of her sexual magnetism, yet she couldn't care less about men. She is always being pursued without giving anyone the time of day. Oh, and her IQ is 200. I am being dead ass serious. Hawk Manson. He was once a freedom fighter for all of the social wrongs in the world. Well, nice guys finish last, and Hawk learned that lesson all too well. Hawk has seen Mace fight, and this is one thing that stirs him inside like nothing else. When Mace approaches him for the job by pinning him to the ground, smiling a sexy smile, and telling him that she needs his help, Hawk is definitely stirred. He also took the job because it's his first job in a long time that is tinged with a bit of goodness. Hawk's IQ is 187. This is so trashy and bad. Ben Smasher Jackson. Ben Jackson has been serving multiple life sentences, and the prison is very fond of him. They rent him out as it cuts down on prison deaths and puts money into their fund. Hawk Manson has been renting Ben out of the prisons, sort of like a rent to own. I just want to point out that Ben is black and Hawk is white, and Hawk is renting out this black man from prison. Go figure. This is utterly wild. I can't believe they put this stuff in the game. I'm not one to get offended, but I think black people might have a bone to pick with this one. I can at least see how they would be offended by renting another black guy, of course, who is in prison. Yikes. Elena McKendrick. Elena is a raver. She spends her nights dancing away and most of her days with little sleep while she goes to school. Elena's been trying to put an end to Dr. Zen ever since he tried to experiment on her with drugs. It turns out Dr. Zen is Elena's illegitimate father. She's approached by Mace to join the force and accepts. It's just not her style to get serious until she's kicking butt. And believe me, some heads will crack. Oh, Elena is 17 and her IQ is 240. And here's just a little bit of a bonus from the manual. Dr. Zen's IQ is 300 plus. Well, I don't know about you guys, but this story has me in tears. What ridiculous characters and plot. All right, get that fucking plot out of here. Let's check out some of the gameplay because that part is actually pretty fun in Fighting Force. Fighting Force at its core is a beat 'em up where you take on waves of enemies, clear an area, and move on. You'll be able to pick from 4 different characters, each with their own moves and fighting styles. During my Fighting Force playthrough, I picked Smasher, and I had a co-op partner who picked Mace. We teamed up and we took down wave after wave of thugs, mercenaries, and security on our way to kick Dr. Zen's ass. Along the way, you'll be picking up money stacks, jewels, and gold bars to add to your score. You can also pick up health packs to restore your health bar, but my favorite part about Fighting Force was the destructible environments. Want to pull off that handrail and club someone over the head with it? You can. See that parked cop car? Punch it and kick it enough for it to explode, and you'll be able to pick up the tire and throw it at someone. Fighting Force offers many weapons at your disposal, including knives, bottles, pipes, baseball bats, guns, bazookas, and even dynamite. Where Fighting Force falls short is the graphics. I understand that the PS1 was limited, but man, the character models were just so blocky and blurry. During my playthrough, I fought 5 or 6 henchmen at a time, each with stupid names that rotate. Fighting Force, to me, is a very easy game, and I only really struggled in one section. Right before the final boss, there was a section in his base where it seemed like you had to fight 50 men before clearing the area. Speaking of the bosses, they are a joke. Dr. Zen, despite having a IQ of 300+++, didn't do anything besides guard against my punches. I just repeatedly pushed the X button for 2 minutes while he blocked. His health bar slowly drained, and that was it. Most of the boss fights were just like that. There are a few small cutscenes, but they are all short, which is good because the graphics are terrible. Fighting Force does offer replayability with its different character choices and pathways to Dr. Zen. There will be zones where you can pick on where to go next. For example, there's a section where we had to choose whether we wanted to go to the mall, the Bronx, or the subway. So, if you replay it, you can choose a different path to get to Dr. Zen and fight different enemies and different environments. I'd say throughout my Fighting Force playthrough, there was probably 3 or 4 sections that will offer different choices. If you want to play it again, you can, and you'll be able to choose different paths. Fighting Force may present itself as a badass game filled with ridiculous notions, plots, and characters, but it's a pushover. It does some good stuff, but for the most part, Fighting Force is nothing but a repeating button masher where you quickly advance to the end. I will say that it's pretty fun in couch co-op, and I do like that you can choose different paths to play through, and it does offer a lot of different weapons. The bosses kinda suck, and the game is pretty short overall. I'd say the average gamer can beat this in 4 hours, which is why Fighting Force scores a 6.5 out of 10, making this a very average PS1 game. Gamers, that was my review of Fighting Force that was released in 1997 for the PS1. I would love to hear from you guys on whether you played this or not in the 90s. Who was your favorite fighter? Did you play it with a friend? I personally, I love Smasher. I always choose him. He has this really cool move where he'll run and he'll kind of do like a barrel roll in midair and fly out with his arms like this. It wrecks a lot of people, so I like using that move. But I want to hear from you gamers that have played this game before. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are, and you got to tell me what are your thoughts on the stupid, ridiculous plot and the stupid characters in this game. I could not believe their bios. But the most unbelievable thing of all is the producer of this game is in prison right now for trying to have sex with children. What a piece of shit. I couldn't believe that when reading about it. It's just crazy. Like, this game is just so wild to me. I've had it for so long, and I never knew all of the crazy facts and the bizarre writing of this game. Wow, it would get canceled in an instant if this was released today. Let me know your thoughts on your overall opinion on Fighting Force, because I would love to hear them. All right, gamers, if you want a more family-friendly, safe game, coming up next is going to be Super Mario Kart. That one is for friends and family, and no crazy predators created that game. That game review is coming up next, so go ahead and check that out. Gamers, if you haven't yet, go ahead, hit that sub button, and as always, thanks for watching, and make sure you play a video game today.